I want to do a poll.
Yeah.
How do I do a poll?
I don't know. You did it last time. You did it while we were.
Start a poll. Okay.
Oh, welcome to the ranch, everybody.
You're like, you did it last time. Look there, I'm just working.
Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see.
Hilarious.
Somebody had asked where we were.
Miss Jeannie did. Jeannie.
We are definitely here. I was going to say we're coming, but we're here. And we just finished up a quick live over at my wild home.
With Melody and Ryan.
With Melody
Super
and
great.
Ryan. Great people. Lots of fun. Lots of giggles and laughs. And, of course, Monica with her stories.
Are you joking me right now?
No,
My stories?
I'm finding out a lot about you.
You literally told stories.
No.
A bunch of them.
I told the truth.
You told stories. There's still stories.
Truth shall set you free.
Put your little thing up right there. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
So welcome in, everybody. We really appreciate you.
Crazy.
I really appreciate you. Monica is working on a poll. I don't know what kind
I'm going to put a poll up so you guys can vote on the poll in a second. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm thinking about it. Hold on. I got an idea. All right, you talk. Talk amongst yourself.
You're going to start seeing steam coming out of your ears.
Say hi to everybody.
We're so appreciative everybody came in here. As you're in here, make sure you hit that.
Butts.
What?
Jeannie said itchy butts.
Yeah, right. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for us, please. We appreciate it. Make sure you contribute to the conversation. We like everybody getting along and getting to know each other. It's what it's about, building a community. So we really do appreciate it. We got Miss Jeannie Lipsky in here. What's going on? How you doing? Let's see. We have got Roberta's Artistic Adventures in here. Thank you so much for coming in. We certainly appreciate you being here. Mr. Jesse and Miss Lisa, maybe Mr. Jesse alone. We're over at Lazy Days Ahead. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you always being here, dropping those links every Thursday night. Let's see who else we got here. We got No Judgment here with Tish Ross. I got it out without stuttering or stammering.
All right.
Let's see here. Monica just dropped the poll.
The poll is, are you a pumpkin spice peep? I'm not a pumpkin spice peep. I don't like it. Pumpkin spice. Nay, not my friend. And I know we discussed it last week, so we don't have to get into it. I'm just interested to see what the poll is going to look like because we started talking about this fall. People are buying pumpkin spice everywhere.
People are blowing that up on a no.
Well, I think it was probably only like 3 people, but I'm with you on the no. I'm a big fat no. No.
We're not talking about weight here.
We went to Aldi the other day and we had a meetup. We had a meetup with a few of our friends.
Are we going to say hi to everybody first, or what are we doing?
Hi, Carrie. How are you?
Carrie Leonard, hello. Let me say hi to everybody.
Okay, and I'll explain to you in a second. Oh, I got to go to all chat, live chat, not just top chat.
One day at a time, Farmstead. Welcome in.
Just came over from my wild home.
Yes, appreciate you being here. We got welcome to my Cape Cod life.
We should go to that meetup.
Thank you so much for being in here. The lovely Ann Dale is in here. Thank you so much for coming in. We have, let's see who else we got in here. Hiking with Jackie Boy. What's up, Jackie Boy? Appreciate you being in here. Miss Roberta, we said hi to. Jesse said hi. Jeannie Lipsky, we said hi. Cape Cod, we said hi. Let's see. Sharon Bland, the lovely Sharon Bland. One of the best moms I've ever had. One of the best.
You had multiple moms. Roberta asked if we're going to the Pinecone meetup October 13th through 15th in Mount Vernon, Texas. You know, it's not that far away, time-wise and location-wise. That's something we might be able to do. We might be able to hit that meetup. Maybe get you away from
that a YouTube meetup, or is that like a Homestead thing?
It's a YouTube meetup, I think. It's YouTubers, which is not. Tish says, go to the meetup. I need people to talk to. Yeah. Tish, I'm pretty sure that you could find anybody and make friends. You are so personable. I feel like you could just show up and just like make friends. See, like me at the last meetup we were at, we like stayed off in like the corner and talked to like a few people because I didn't know everybody. And then I felt bad because I wanted to go talk to more people, but sometimes I get all like in my head and I don't feel like people know who I am. And so then I feel weird going to talk to people. So then I just stay in my own head and I stay there and I'm like, nobody knows me. I feel weird. And I don't want to go like be a weirdo and talk to people. That was me in my head. I mean, I was talking to people and I like people. It's just, I get intimidated.
We got some pumpkin spices only good in a candle. That's not true, Mr. Jesse. Mr. Jesse, put yourself in timeout.
I agree, Jesse.
He needs to go to a timeout.
I agree.
Am I right?
No.
What?
Jesse does not need a timeout. I agree with Jesse.
Pumpkin spice for my pumpkin pie drink.
My French toast seasoning, cinnamon toast mix. I'm just not all candle flavor coffees or drinks. They're just my above treats. Makes sense.
Man, I still want
They
to
have
try.
so much pumpkin pie stuff at the store. It's disgusting. It is just disgusting.
Okay, settle down.
What do you still want to try? Pumpkin pie what?
No, I do want to try some of the pumpkin spice stuff because I do.
I've got all kinds of stuff.
I like it. Well, the way you're talking is like you're not even going to buy it or look at it.
I will get you to try it.
Kevin Hildor's in here. Thanks
Hey,
so much.
Kevin.
I know that's Jackie Boy's pops.
Yep. My video from Presidio. Okay. Okay, good. All right, let's have to go back and look at that one. See if I can highlight it and then go. Hiking with Jackie Boy.
Let's see what else we got in here. You know what's interesting, and I'm not going to say too much about it. And by saying this, I know what's already going to happen because I'm saying that.
I'm going to say something about it.
Is our internet is actually decent.
I know. No, it's not. Look at it's doing something.
What?
Why would you say that, Eric?
As soon as I said that,
you said it, and it made us thing. It did a thing.
My goodness!
Don't do that again. That's crazy.
At Sharon Bland, thank you for the gift of Eric. He is a delight. Can you screenshot that?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
His darling wife.
You're so sweet, Roberta.
Wow.
She's just buttering us up because she wants us to go to the Pine Code Fest.
Let me tell you a story about this, and my mom will be the first one to admit to this. She didn't think I was ever going to leave the house. I was one of the first ones out. Not because I didn't like it there. I just found something a lot better.
Thanks so much. Sweet. Tish says, itchy butts, worms, cashews, and nuts. Welcome to Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Hey, New York gal, Florida heart. How are you?
Yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, we just came in from being over on a live over at My Wild Home. Delightful people over there. I'm sure they'll pop in here shortly. But let me just tell you,
how are you?
People who are talking about itchy butts and worms is because Monica decided to share a story about pinworms.
I said our youngest child is feral and he walks around with no shoes.
You got to stop describing them like that.
I didn't say that first. Actually, Troy from Bar Run Forge said that.
If this kid ever watches these lives, he's going to get a complex.
No, he won't. He won't care. He literally gives no cares about anything. He cares nothing about that.
Full-blown country's in here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thunderstick Homestead. Thanks for coming.
I was trying to say hi to Full-Blown Country. Why are you trying to talk over me?
That's Pooch. He's already got his pretty in here, and he's coming to see his.
Okay, but I can't say hi just because
you can.
Like he's reading your mind that you already said hi in your head.
Well, because I went over there too. I was trying to get people's stuff, their YouTube stuff. So I was.
All right, so we need to address this real quick.
Oh, Sherry did that
with Brian.
The pumpkin spice question: should I have never tried it before? Option. Good evening, Merrick and Monica.
What do you mean you've never tried
pumpkin spice anything? On. Have you ever had a pumpkin pie? Because if you have, then you've tried pumpkin spice. And if you hate the pumpkin pie, then your answer is no, Brian. No.
Where are we at?
You're not a pumpkin spice peep.
You need to. Can you click a yes for me, please?
Can't click a yes. We can't do it.
Oh my goodness.
I like pumpkin, but all that pumpkin spice nonsense. See? Okay. I agree, Rick. I agree. Yeah, Jesse's not shy. Not
pumpkin spice is good in food, not coffee. But Mom, didn't you make a pumpkin spice style creamer for me last year for my birthday? Yeah. That's what I asked for, and you made.
Hey, Heartland. Hey, HQ with Dink and Tank. Sorry, I was going to say headquarters, but then I said HQ. So I was like, hey, Donna, how are you?
Miss Donna Jenkins is in here. How are you doing? We appreciate you coming in. It sounded like I was drunk when I just said that.
I did say that. It did sound like you're drunk.
I was just getting so amped up. I mean, what can I say?
I was trying to help post links and stuff, and Jesse's getting them before I can get them. He's doing so good. He's always doing that. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Heather Landskrin's in here. How are you? Did you say hi to her? Miss Ann Dale's in here. Ann, are you home? Are you back home? I haven't seen.
Did she get stolen?
She did not get stolen unless they're still letting her do her YouTube stuff. So I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, I think she's back home.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's a pretty nice kidnapper if you're letting somebody still do YouTube videos.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch her. I look fly, I look good dance over and over.
She's still doing dance. Oh, look at her shaking her hips.
I know.
Excuse me.
I put that on.
Does her husband know that she does this stuff?
I know. That's what I'm wondering. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Andale.
She's out there shaking her hips for the Great Fall Garden Festival. I have to turn it off. And shaking her booty.
Shaking her booty.
On her video.
What is this world coming to?
If you guys haven't seen Andale's page, go check it out and go over there and see her. Go over there and see her video on her dance. What? It's the cutest thing you ever seen.
I thought Mom made that stuff for me.
She didn't like it. That's why I gave it to you. The truth has come out.
Mother.
She didn't like it. She's, I don't like it. I'm going to give it to Eric. He'll eat anything that says pumpkin spice.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe that, Mom.
I love it. I love it. That's hilarious.
Man, where do we begin today?
I don't know. Where do we begin? Oh, Casey's in here. Hey, Ormsby Farms. How are you? What? Say? Anything to say?
I got nothing
You always want to talk. And
no, because we just had an hour that we were on the other show. So
I know. And I let you talk a lot.
You let me talk a lot?
I encouraged you to talk.
I talked. You didn't encourage nothing.
Oh, Andale is still with the grandbabies. Okay, got it. You're still with the grandbabies.
Okay, well, at least she didn't get stolen.
She did not get stolen. That's because she carried wasp spray with her.
I hope that she's not showing that booty shaking to her grandkids.
You think, first of all, most families don't watch their channels that their family does. So her grandbabies are probably not watching her channel. I mean, they could be.
I've seen them on her video though.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, Miss Andale was rocking it in that video. Y'all gonna go watch on her. Yes, Connor, it rained. It rained today. And then I was looking at the stuff and it was so funny. Thank you, Casey. Thank you. I know you appreciate that. No, it rained and it rained so hard. It actually rained for like an hour and a half of just solid, just rain, like really nice, steady rain. I was so excited. I was like, this is awesome. I don't have to water the garden. I even took the shade cloth off the garden because I figured it would probably be better to have it. Hey, Gwen, how are you? And so it was really nice to have it all opened up. No fear of anything burning to death. It was wonderful.
Man, today it was like halfway through the day. It was 70 degrees.
I know. It
was ridiculous.
This time 2 weeks ago, or even just a week ago, I want to say it was still 103 by 8 o'clock.
Easy triple digits.
And right now we are sitting at 70. Was it 71 degrees? 71 degrees. Now it was definitely a little humid for certain times of the day, but otherwise, yeah. Carrie Leonard says, I love it. Eat it all the time. Pumpkin. Not pumpkin.
Where is this? I'm still surprised to see that the poll is showing 71% does not like
pumpkin pie spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah. Yeah. See? Yeah. Make sure you go vote in that poll, whether you like pumpkin spice or not. Are you a pumpkin spice peep? I am not. I say give me caramel apples all day long. Give me caramel. Give me apple pie. Give me apple spice, apple, whatever. I'm all about the apples. Apples are delicious. I need the 2-year-old to have a live dress like Little House on the Prairie. Okay. So Casey touched on something. We've been watching Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Eric has got the kids watching this, the boys, and they had never seen it. And Alicia over from Country Mama Musings has been telling Casey and I about Little House on the Prairie for, a year now at least. And if you like to hear people read, Alicia reads the Little House on the Prairie story on her YouTube. So she's reading the Little House books. Anyway, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love it. I could sit there and listen to her talk all day. So I like listening to her read and stuff. But anyway, he started watching the show and the pilot was like 2 hours long. So I thought it was like a movie. It wasn't a movie. And then he starts watching everything. Oh, there you go. Full blown country. Pooch says 74 degrees in Crowley, Texas. Connor says 3/4 inch of rain here. So thankful. Yeah, we definitely needed it. I just wish it would rain a little bit more, but I think it's supposed to stop.
I don't know if you had a chance to look at our video that we dropped yesterday. It's a short, but showing
how low
the deficit
the tanks are
of our ponds right now.
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
It is crazy.
Our pond here has dropped 2 feet.
Yeah.
And how many days did we go without rain?
I can't remember. I want to say it's more than. Rainfall. I want to say it's more than. Oh, it was more than like 60 some days. I want to say it was like 63 or something. I don't know. It was a noticeable or whatever. Oh, Jeannie says I should clarify. I don't like pumpkin spice coffee of any kind. Apple's better. Apple everything.
Yeah, so I'm super happy, obviously, that it rained. Well, the past few mornings I've come outside and the ground has been damp, but I couldn't tell if it was dew.
I think it's dew.
Or if it was something else. Then I get a little bit of sprinkles, of course, once we get outside of where we live, go out, getting closer to the city. And somehow that just keeps bypassing us, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll take what we can get.
Hey, Melody and Ryan. Okay, so let me get back to the Little House on the Prairie thing.
Yeah.
So I say to Casey the other night, I was like, oh my gosh, guess what? Eric has got I come in after recording the podcast on Tuesday. I was like, and I come into my bedroom and the kids are watching Little House on the Prairie. And of course, Casey's like, oh my gosh, we're twins because I just started like 3 days ago. He's already like multiple episodes ahead of us because he was like watching it while he was canning the other night. So anyway, needless to say, we happened to be on an episode last night and I'm talking about it. And, excuse me.
You're bored of your own story?
I'm bored of my own story. No, I'm watching last night and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm getting too connected. It's scaring me. Never mind. I'm not doing this. I don't want to cry. I can't watch this show. It's going to make me cry. And I don't watch things where I have to have like feelings unless I want to have a feeling. Like I don't want to watch a show that's going to have like a roller coaster of emotions. If I did, I would just, I don't even know what I would just do. I would do it on purpose. I don't want to actually watch a show to relax and then have this roller coaster of emotions. And you've got like people dying. I mean, it's like real homestead life. I'm not interested in that. I have a homestead. I see animals die. I don't need that. So I can watch it, but I have to be careful.
Well, it's, the thing that's interesting for me, one
I don't want to cry.
Is I've known about the show. Obviously I could, can, I guess, answer certain questions if I was like in some kind of trivia game or something like that. But I've never actually watched the show before. And the show actually really does touch on homesteading life on a serious note, talking about death, talking about how quickly you go from the ups of having a farm to the downs, the pitfalls of, whatever you're dealing with. And, for me, I think that's where I connect. And it's easy for me to show the kids because they understand it. They understand that they could be, that they can totally be all in on certain animals. And then the next day they're dead because of, an animal a predator animal, or they just died overnight. Or, look, I mean, there's just so much to it that
Tish says she cried on the Christmas episode. And then
that's coming up.
And then I got Pooch over here saying, you should watch Old Yeller. No, we don't watch movies like that. My children can watch that with Eric.
Well, yeah, but
I refuse. My kids have never seen Dumbo. Well, they might have. Bambi, Dumbo.
That's not
those
real.
Movies are banned.
There's a cartoon.
Old Yeller, banned.
That's a real movie.
We are not.
Yeah.
Stop.
They put that dog down.
Get out of here. That's why I'm not watching it.
They had to.
I'm not watching it.
But
I can't. I don't want to cry.
But I'm
not interested.
Okay, you can not be interested all you want, but
Dale, give me brainless TV anytime.
But it's something to be said about understanding what a real homestead looks like. And I think that's the problem a lot of times, that people who do have the homesteads, and I may be touching on nerve of some people here, it's my opinion. That's all it is. Just my opinion.
Oh my gosh.
But a lot of times when people get into the homesteading, they draw the line at processing their own animals. So it's really that they have like a rescue. A sanctuary, a rescue. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what people are looking to do. But the reality of a true homestead is understanding the ups and the downs and how you deal with that. And to deal with the struggle of a homestead is, man, that's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
That's hard a lot of times. It's hard to put in a full day's work, and then when you come home and find out that the cows broke out, you got to go fix that fence before you go to bed. It's hard to know that you have a duck or a chicken that got pecked about half to death, and you got to put it in quarantine to see, is it going to live or is it not?
I can't do that.
But here's one thing I want to say is, and this is what I really preached.
You mean preaching.
Here's the one thing that I really appreciate about the show too, and I'm really surprised about that. This was a show that was on just regular public television, if you will.
Turn the movie off.
Is the fact that a lot of times they point to the Lord.
They do. And I like that about Little House on the Prairie.
Just like last night, the episode that I saw, that when they were struggling and the one lady was like, well, how do you expect us to go out here and handle all this wheat? And their response was a full Bible verse.
Yes, it was.
She's like, just like Ruth said from the Bible. And she just laid it out there. And I'm like, you know what? That's what gives me the strength a lot of times.
We jammed up.
To go out and continue to do this work every day, because it is hard work.
Yeah.
It's not just, walk in the park, and that was one of the things that we were talking over on My Wild Home on the interview for them, was about, learning that hard work is okay.
Yep.
And not to be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question.
Okay.
Have you ever had an animal that was supposed to be processed, but you kept it because you loved it?
Yes.
Which animal is that?
That would be Clementine.
Yeah.
Clementine is a cow of ours, and she is a story of hope.
She is the sweetest girl.
To be quite honest. And
she should have been put down.
She was, we have a very firm rule that we live by here is every animal is on the payroll.
And they have a purpose.
If they don't fulfill that role, then they got to go, because we can't afford to feed all these animals if they're not fulfilling the purpose. Well, originally our go-to line was they're all on the payroll, and it has transformed into they're all on the payroll and have to fulfill a purpose. And so Clementine is basically like a therapeutic animal.
She is a therapy animal.
Where you're able to go out there, you can hug on her, you can lean on her, you can pet her, you can do whatever you want to this cow. And I'm gonna be honest with you, every one of her calves are not what we're looking for.
None of them are.
None of them look the way that I want to look.
Hey, Tina.
And so we have very high standards of what we're trying to shoot for when it comes to the cows, the calves that they're dropping. And, unfortunately, she just doesn't meet that criteria. However, when people come to the farm and we try to use the farm as a way to witness to people and share with them that, hey, this is what God's done for us and he can do for you too. You just have to trust him. And we take them out and show them the cows in the pasture. Well, Clementine will come right up to you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these other cows they're in the backside and they're like,
rolling out.
They're like, what are they doing?
Yep.
Clementine doesn't care. Clementine will let you come up to her, or she'll come up to you.
Yep.
And it's a great opportunity to really share the love of the Lord with people when they can experience
cows,
an animal like that, especially a big animal. I mean, we all see cats and dogs all the time, but maybe goldfish. But to see an animal that's 1,000 pounds and you're able to walk up and touch them, or, if you're having a bad day on the farm and to go up and put your arm around her or just lean on her or pat her on the butt and she just looks at you like, what? Yeah. What are they doing?
I think that I saw that the most with Clementine, and I wanted to address this real quick too, what Connor said, but I think the most I've seen that with Clementine, I really realized she was more of like a therapy animal to us, was when we had some girls here that had a really rough lot thrown to them. They've had a really rough home life, and they were here with their aunt or their cousin. They were here, they were experiencing farm life for the first time, and they were experiencing the just pure love that Clementine has for people. And they were just laying on her and hugging her. And these were young girls. These are young teenagers and, pre-teens. And they were just adoring, but to see them connect with an animal in that way, I was like, we can never get rid of her. Like, seriously, how would we ever do that? So I wanted to address Connor's comment too, because we've had this people say to us, how do you name your food? Why would you name your food? We name almost all of our animals. We give all of our breeders, but all of our animals that we still raise specifically for meat, we name them. The only ones we don't raise are the chicken. We don't. Let's see. Sorry, I'm really tired, guys. The only ones we don't name are the chickens and ducks. We don't name the chickens and ducks. And here's why. You see me coughing. You see me yawning over here in the
I'm watching.
The only reason why we don't name them is too many of them, but we name all our animals because we feel like it's a respect issue. There's so much respect given for an animal that you name. When you name an animal, you just love it differently. you take care of it differently. And I feel like that's a respect. They have a time here on earth that they're spending with us, and it's our job to take care of them. And by giving them a name, it's just a level of respect that we feel like we're giving to the animal. Not that we don't respect our chickens and ducks, and we're super thankful for them. There's just too many of them, and I couldn't possibly keep up with them. There's just too many.
We run out of names.
We would run out of names for sure.
I do. It's interesting that Roberta made this point though, because now I do think about that. Is that it? Was that a ploy to get people away from eating meat and stuff like that?
Probably.
And again, I'm whatever your preference is. If you want to eat cabbage and lettuce, then
that's fine. If you're a vegetarian, that's how you want to eat. That's fine.
Barb's Country Home is in here.
Yeah,
we appreciate you coming here. I saw a Cool Gamer. I highlighted him earlier, but didn't get a chance to say hi. I know you said hi to Miss Tina Ladybug.
Thunderstick Homestead said it's good to hear someone talk about homesteading that has my philosophy. The animals all have a purpose, and that's what bring profit or to be food. Yes, and we do offer that same level of respect to them. We do appreciate their food and their dedication to their purpose in our life. Whenever we process animals, we take it very seriously, and you can see that in our processing videos that we've done. We have rabbit processing videos. And turkey processing videos here on our channel. And I feel like we do it with a good level of respect and kindness, because we don't just go out there and whack them and then just start, tearing through them to get it done for the day. We are very mindful of what we do, and we try to do exactly what we're, they serve their purpose, and it's a good thing. Hondo, he was delicious.
Just said don't name them. Now he's saying that they named their bull.
We do Hondo. Name ours because it's it's nice to know that the kids. I know I should make a coffee carry. Actually, it would probably go again. It would probably actually make me. Is that coffee in there?
It's iced coffee. Try it. See if you like it.
I do not like it.
It's delicious. What are you even talking about?
Ew, what is it?
Miss Ann from A Little Frenchie in Big Texas.
That is awful.
That's not awful.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's caramel coffee. Iced
that's
coffee.
Bad.
It's delicious. You need to put that up on your poll. See who likes caramel. And by the way, look at the pumpkin spice. It's coming back.
Oh my gosh.
It went from like 83% to 60%. No. Blech. Come on, let's make a stand for pumpkin spice, folks. Let's go.
Oh, look, Melody and Ryan are saying, I look good. Way to go, Ann. You're the best. She is. She's the boss. She's doing her little dance. I look good. You look fresh, or whatever it is. I don't know what the song is. That's a song.
Don't be. No, I told you before. Don't repeat and
what
do what
Dale
does.
Oh,
it's getting questionable over there. I don't know what kind of channel she's got anymore.
John and Sarah says we name our rooster and the layer Slick and the Chicks. I feel like that is. I can see Sarah out there now talking to Slick and the Chicks. That's the cutest thing.
Miss Ann was just stopping and she's a little jet lagged. She's got back from France.
I know. You all need to go check out all her really cool. She's been posting shorts of some of the things she's doing, and she's been posting pictures on her community page. So go check out Little Frenchie in Big Texas. I absolutely love some of the pictures she has. I mean, what a great experience for your homeschooling kids.
Yeah.
To go to Paris. My kids went to Paris over the summer. We stopped in Paris on our way home from Oklahoma, Paris, Texas. I believe it's the only Paris, Texas, the only Paris that Jake, her husband, will visit. But yeah, it was really sweet. It wasn't awesome like, the actual Paris, France, but it was pretty cool. Okay.
No, it was
cool.
No,
they have a really nice memorial next door, and I really like that.
The memorial was nice.
There you go.
The Eiffel Tower. Well, it's not even Eiffel Tower, but anyway.
It's the Paris Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it was like 3 stories.
Look, Barb said, I named all of our 20 chickens. Am I crazy?
No, if that's what you want to do.
That's you. That's just you. That would make me crazy. Oh, we have more than that though. Are you guys all voting in the poll? Don't forget there's a poll.
Come on.
It says, are you a pumpkin spice peep? Are you a pumpkin spice peep? How did you get
to the poll again?
I just clicked on the top. They should be up at the top of this chat.
How many votes you got up?
And it looks like I've got, it doesn't say how many votes.
Yeah.
31 votes.
31 votes.
31 votes. We got 39% says yes. That's because it's just a minority. See, and everybody talks about, pumpkin spice, everything. But yeah. And you know what, though? That's important. He just said you have to do a prayer before doing it. And I completely agree. When we've done the animals with our kids and they're out there, we always try to stop and be thankful for what God has provided for us, because these animals have been given to us to take care of and to come back and nourish our bodies. And we are so thankful.
Well, I mean,
Barb's drinking iced coffee too.
And that's the thing that we've talked about this before, but when we first moved down here and talked about processing animals, that was something we were afraid the kids were going to be the Criminal Minds characters if they witnessed all that. But you know what?
We were a little nervous that they were going to go dark on us if they saw this, like
start playing classical
all this
music.
death. Yeah.
No, but I mean, on the reels, that's the thing though, that they've learned how to really respect the animal more by processing it than just by saying, I'm not going to eat that, or have this disconnect of where our food comes from. And that it's scary to think that at some point in time, people are going to start switching over to that insect protein because somehow they think that an insect life is not important.
Yeah. One Day at a Time Farm says we do have a farm full of animals. Some are rescues, some are breeders, and some are just pets. And we are not above processing animals for food. We have raised meat chickens and rabbits. We love to hunt. I think that's a great, and I just said that. I think it sounds like a good balance. And that is what I think is ideal. Because look, I'm going to be honest with you. We kept Peter the pig way too long. He was an older pig. But I'm going to tell you right now, he tastes the best out of all the pigs we've ever processed. He has had the best tasting meat. Eric was a little afraid that it was going to be tough. But I will say his meat has not been tough. And he was probably the most loved pig that's ever been on this farm, ever. I mean, I would go out there and talk about therapy animal. I would go out there and just lay on Peter the pig. I would just lay my head on his belly and I just sit there and lay with him because that was a hard season when Caleb and Emma were getting married. And after they got married, it was hard for me to see my son leave. And as excited as I was, I think I was definitely dealing with some emotions on that one. And I would just go out there and hang out with Peter the piglet because he was a little baby at the time and he'd run around the front yard with the dogs. And man, I'll tell you what, that pig, he tastes the best for sure.
There's a lot of love up in there.
He's a lot of love. Tastes real good. Hey, Troy, how are you? Troy's in here from Bar Run Forge.
Yes, got them highlighted right there on the screen.
Country living has reinforced my appreciation for everything. Yes, Connor, I completely agree. Do any of you watch Papa Pepper? His 8 children and all but the 2 youngest know how to process deer and chickens on their own. 13 years old down to 5 or so. Roberta, I think I've heard about him and I've never actually watched him. I want to say I went over there one time and maybe like put him on a playlist, but I don't think I've ever actually watched him. Be interesting to look him up and see.
You want another drink coffee?
No. That was awful. I don't want that. That's gross. Papa Pepper.
I guess you just got to have a taste for it.
He posts in he lives in the Ozark Mountains. Abundant Harvest Homestead. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. I'll have to take a look at him. Thanks, nice. Roberta. Let's see. Anything else going on?
Well, I think that, I wanted to ask you, and I haven't posted the video yet, but I certainly worked on one. Mm-hmm. Talking about the gardening stuff and getting through the hot summer.
Yeah.
We are now obviously out of the hot summer. Our lows have been down in the 70s, and now we're, in the daytime, we're up close to 90.
Yeah.
But we've had a little bit of precipitation / moisture, whatever it is, whether it be dew or whatever. Do you think that those shade cloths worked out well? Do you feel like the plants have really
thrived because of them? Yes.
Yeah.
I think the shade cloth that we put up there definitely protected them through some of those really intense sun days. Now, my garden is in full sun. Like, I don't have shade on my garden. I think that if I had shade on my garden at any point, I think that it might not have been as necessary. But because my garden is in full sun all the time, I know the shade cloths helped. I know they did. I actually saw some little green tomatoes on one of my tomato plants out there. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So we're going to start our second round soon.
Yes, I'm really hoping. I've seen a ton of little flowers on my pepper plants. I am ready for peppers. Like, I'm probably going to get inundated with peppers and I'm going to be overloaded soon. But honestly, I can't wait because we did not get hardly any peppers this spring into summer. And I think it's because I put everything in kind of late. Also because I planted 5 plants that I thought were pepper plants, but they were basil. So yeah, there's that.
That's what we call a fail.
That was a huge fail. But no, I'm really excited because I'm looking forward to, I really am wanting some more pepper relish. I really like pepper relish over cucumber relish. Pepper relish is crunchier and it tastes better. So I want to do a bunch of sweet pepper relish because I like sweet relish. And I'm really excited about some of the other pepper things that I mean, we put together. We got the hoagie spread. Yeah, I really like all that stuff. I'm telling you, Gwen, the shade cloths were amazing. Get them when you can get them on sale. Get them whenever you can find them on good discount.
You said when you get them on sale. Where did you find them? Was that?
I found them on Amazon and I got them for about $20 a piece or less. I tried not to pay more than $20. Now, I think one of them,
because some of them were pretty big.
Yes, one of them I think I paid like $26 for, but I want to say it was like a $40 shade cloth that I got on Lightning Deal. And I watched the Lightning Deals. I just kind of keep an eye out. Every couple days I was looking for the shade cloths, and that's what I was doing. And it was better to have them before I needed them. And it's just like with those watering bags that we use for our trees. The water bags for the trees, I feel like really helped our trees as well. We have a tree out front that we finally are getting some color changing leaves on. I'm super excited. So yeah, there you go. Old Trampoline may try to use that as a shade cloth next year. Just be careful with that, Gwen, because the mat itself on the bottom of a trampoline, like the side netting is probably good, but the bottom netting it's going to be really thick, so you may not get as much sunlight through as you want. I mean, the shade cloth that we had was like a 55% shade cloth, and I did that, so it was still enough to do. But I really liked it. Put a shade cloth in the greenhouse and made it retractable. That is awesome, Troy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. See, I do need a shade cloth for
That's why we need Troy on these lives.
Yeah. Eco Neighbor, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here.
What was that?
That was me saying hi.
How are you doing?
I don't know. Just thinking. The sun shines through it some. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely good. Well, so we got the shade cloth. You're asking about that. The water bags. I was always trying to find them when they were on sale or they were really good price, so that way we could use them when we needed them. So
yeah, and I talked to my brother-in-law about that, and he was kind of like 50-50 on whether you should use the water bag because of, I guess, some of the impact that it could have on the trees, on the root system or whatever. And, it was it was one of those things that for me, I just tried to, like, knowing the information he gave me, I just tried to make a good decision on how I did it and how often or whatever. But, for our fruit trees and all these new trees that we just recently planted, to have them all still with lots of leaves and, hopefully growing, especially the fruit trees to grow, that was something fun the other day. It's one thing when you live on a farm and everything that you do is just what you want.
Yeah.
Just you or me because we're the parents or whatever. And I feel like that's one of the really cool things that we've done with the kids is ask for their input so they can tell us the things that they like as well. And so this year we had our our peach trees and our plum trees do really well.
Yeah.
And some of our kids, my camera helper, for sure, Elijah, is definitely a fruit guy.
Oh, he loves fruit.
And so
him and Ezekiel both, they love.
I asked him the other day, I was like, hey, so when we had all the peaches and plums, did you eat them? And he's like, oh yeah, I love those. And there's nothing like just pulling it off your tree when you're out there working.
Yeah.
But
who would have thought a hot peach would have been good? I mean, the only time I was thinking a hot peach would be good is if it was going to be eaten with an ice cream or in cobbler.
Yeah.
Like a scoop of ice cream and some cobbler.
You know what?
But a hot peach itself, just coming right off that tree, so good.
When you grow it,
yeah, it was.
Man, I don't care what it is. It could be cabbage and it's going to taste good.
Yeah, I mean, cabbage is supposed to be hot when you eat it usually, right? Yeah. Bar Run Force said, I have to wait and see if I actually like this before he gives the thumbs up. You're so rude. That's so horrible. Oh my gosh. No, it's great. Thanks. Appreciate you.
That's
oh my
funny.
Gosh.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to those pepper plants, and I'm going to do a video on this because it seems like every year I do at least once. where I test the peppers.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to watch it and see.
You mean steal my peppers from the garden?
Well, you have to see whether or not they were actually hot.
Yeah. And one day at a time has said it right there. I was going to say the same thing. I'll be praying for you, Connor. You'll rock that test for sure. Hopefully. He's probably already gone, but we'll have to be praying for Connor to do well on his geometry test tomorrow. Hot Juicy Peas sounds fantastic. Yeah. Gwen says, I'm the same way with watermelon. I'd rather have one that's room temperature than a cold one. Tastes sweeter than when warm. My mother-in-law puts salt on hers. And actually now she puts that like, what's that stuff called? Oh, I can't.
Gwen would know because she's in Texas. Jesse, where are you guys? What is that like?
What's that red seasoning?
It's like a Mexican red spicy.
The seasoning that everybody puts on stuff here.
What is that called?
I don't know, but your mom puts it on her fruit. Salt my watermelon too. Okay, there's a seasoning.
Oh, what is it called? I can see it in my head, and I can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna find.
There you go.
Tahini, yes, it's tahini seasoning.
There you go.
Everybody puts tahini on it. Oh my gosh, my mother-in-law's like throwing the tahini on stuff. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah.
Look at this: a hot peach and iced lemonade.
Oh, I bet you that would be good.
Oh man.
Oh, that would be yummy.
Now I want to try it, and I don't have any fresh peaches.
Yeah. What is it? Tahini with lemon.
Yeah, it's just spices.
What is it though? What spices?
Is this supposed to be? It's like a
chili peppers, lime, and sea salt. That's it.
Yeah, it's
make my own tahini.
It's okay. It's.
Jesse, have you ever made your own tahini?
It's okay.
Oh, you have to freeze dry lime. Make lime powder. Oh, they can do that now because they have a freeze dryer.
Yeah, there you go.
Freeze dry lime, powder it down, and make your own tahini. Boom. That's amazing.
We're not booming anything on that.
That's awesome.
It's okay. It's not the best.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even care about it. But I'm just saying that's cool if people like it. It makes everything bueno, it says. Even more bueno. I'm reading it right here. It's a unique blend of 100% natural chili peppers, lime, and sea salt that makes everything bueno. Even more bueno. Why? Tahini is...
everywhere down here. It is. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I knew he would know.
Yes, you don't need to make it because it's already there.
Any God-fearing Texan would know that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I didn't know what it was. Never mind. Not any God-fearing. Just some.
Just most.
Okay.
God-fearing Texans. Yeah. We have watermelon pickles. That's what we tried. They're good.
Yeah.
They taste like pickles. But it's weird because it's not a pickle.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of people like the
tahini on the
fruits and vegetables at room temperature. I think the older I've gotten, the more I like it room temperature.
Look, the only person in South Texas that doesn't know about tahini is Gwen.
How?
She said, "What is it? I've never heard of it."
Wait, she's lived here her entire life.
Look,
right?
Gwen, it's this stuff right here.
And she's had to have seen it in restaurants or something.
You see that? That's on my Walmart app. It's $5 for that little bitty bottle. Better be gold. Watermelon pickles. Never. Yeah, it's like watermelon rind, and you like pickle it.
So, one of the other things I wanted to bring up, was we have some folks in here that we got to meet up with this past weekend.
Mm-hmm. We did. Hey, look at that.
What?
I know. Dr. Joseph Powell.
What's going on? This is one of my old pastors right here.
Yep.
Welcome.
Pastor Powell.
Appreciate
How are you? Okay, so it's actually powder, Gwen. It's like a shaker of salt, but it's not salt. It's pepper, lime, and salt. So it is kind of salt, but not just salt. Anyway, go ahead.
Our visit
this past Saturday.
So we got to go and meet up
with some YouTubers.
Okay, wow. Jump right in there.
We're excited.
Go ahead.
Who do we meet up with, Eric?
We met up with Jesus Loving Homesteader and 2 doves, bees,
and gardens.
That's
because they're 2 love doves. They're love doves.
You said that the other day. Is that what that actually means?
I bet you it does.
They're a bunch of lovebirds?
Yeah, they're lovebirds. They're 2 doves, and they have bees, and they have gardens.
So it's really the fact that they're just in love with each other. And
yes.
Then on the side of that,
they got bees and gardens.
Okay.
I bet you that's what it is. Is that what it is, John and Sarah? I think John's usually in here. Is that it? You have to tell us. I don't know what chilies they are, bowl or guajillo is.
What?
She doesn't also know what chiles de arbol are or guajillo is. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. She said. Sure, they're some type of peppers. Yes, they are. I'm sure they are. Anyway, we got to meet up with them.
Yeah.
And we were discussing our next Skillshare.
Yes.
That's going to be in November. Super excited. It's going to be, I believe, the first weekend of November.
Well, we're
very excited about it.
Yes, we're going to confirm some things.
Yeah, we got to make some adjustments. We got to get some people lined up, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a theme this time.
Yeah, so
very exciting.
So we're trying to be very professional.
Yes.
As the kids would say, being very profesh. We're going to be profesh. With what we're doing from the perspective of having a theme-driven Skillshare that all ties together.
Yep.
And just coming together and really putting our heads together with some different ideas. Man, I feel like this is probably going to be one of the best ones yet.
They did so good. They have a lot of ideas, and I love it. They said we're both here, so it's both John and Sarah, and there's a little story behind the two doves, but you get the gist. So then I'll have to hear the story later. We're gonna have to have them on before. We'll have to have them back on
for lunch again.
Oh, that was good. We had a good lunch too.
Yeah,
that was really nice.
It was.
We sat there and we talked for like 3.5, 4 hours.
It was 4 hours.
4 hours in the restaurant in Rockwall.
When you're with people for 4 hours, I don't know, for me,
it didn't even seem like 4 hours.
Well, it didn't seem like 4 hours.
We were leaving and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so late.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I was like, we got to get home. I got to make dinner for people.
It's funny. Monica was, she was apologetic to me. She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that it was going to be that long.
I didn't think we would the whole day, basically.
But to pull you away for that long. And I said, you know what? It was good.
It was so nice.
I needed to get away and, to be able to be in the presence of like-minded people.
Yeah.
Is really good. I mean, they're godly people.
Oh, they're wonderful. All of them were. It was so cool.
Maybe them a little bit more than Jesus Only Homesteader. No, okay, I'd say that.
And Carmen's gonna be like, really?
More than the pastor.
More than the pastor and his wife. No, so Melody and Ryan, what we've done in the past, and we have teamed up with Jake over at Nunya, Texas, in the back 20, and his wife Ann. And we got together with him. He actually had an idea to start up a Skillshare where people would get together and share their skills, share their prepping, share all the things that they know and their wisdom, and share with one another. And so we kind of started working together with him, and it became, we did a couple Skillshares last year at the end of the year. We did one in September, and then we did one in November. And I was hoping we could do another one in like January, February, but time just got away from us and we haven't. It was really awesome. And I mean, we did animal processing in both of them. One was turkeys and another one was rabbits and chickens.
And one of the big things so as Monica said, Jake he's the founding father, we'll call it.
Yeah, he is. He's the instigator is actually what he is.
Him and Ann.
He's an instigator.
Really pushed hard to get this thing moving.
It's
and
awesome.
One of the things that he wanted to do was to make sure it was not just like a classroom setting.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but he wanted it to be an actual hands-on experience.
Exactly.
Whether it was CPR, whether it was processing animals.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
And we
had a thing on herbalism. She talked about, Carmen actually taught on about all the herbs and stuff that you use and how to use them. I would love to have one just on like herbalism, an entire day on that, because I'm learning about poultices now and tinctures and all the things with herbs, but there's so many things you can learn. And that's what we were doing. We were getting together and learning different skills. Jake talked about how to pack a bug out bag or a bug in bag, whatever you want, just basically a safety bag. He showed what his bag looked like and all the things that you can keep in it, the things you should have on hand for first aid. We talked to a CPR lady. She was talking about bleeding and all this other stuff.
There are some classes on ham radio,
incubation of eggs,
solar power.
Oh my gosh, so much stuff. I think Eric and I just got up there and talked. We were like, "It's so you start a homestead. This is what you
don't be downplaying what we did, woman."
We didn't do anything like besides just kind of go up there and be like, if you want to start a homestead, this is what we do. I mean, it was a good talk, don't get me wrong. But it was funny because we didn't like have any more hands-on things. Like we did more hands-on like with other people too. Well, like you helped out with we processed a rabbit.
Well,
and then that was more of our hands-on separate. But together we just kind of talked about stop.
Okay, can I go now? Okay.
Go.
So that was the really cool thing, though. And the first one we did, where we did the canning tied into the processing. So So Jake processed birds. It was chickens and quail.
Roosters and stuff, yeah.
And then I processed rabbit. And then we had a can off, if you will.
Yes.
And the canning was Monica did a new style, which was the electric
pressure canner. Pressure canner, not just an electric pressure cooker. It was an electric pressure canner.
Yeah. And then his Jake's
sister Wendy
did the old school
stovetop. Yeah.
You know, with the little rattling thing.
So we kind of had a little race to see which one would go faster or which one would work better. Yeah. And mine ended up faster than hers, but not by much. I mean, it might have been an extra 15 minutes.
But, you know, and that's where we were able to look at the upside and the downside of both processes.
Yes.
And you could figure out what fits you best.
Exactly. And she was able to process a lot more than I was able to get into my canner. So it was really cool to see the pros and cons of each one and to see them in front of you, because that's not something I had really seen in, you know, before. So yeah, it was really cool. The whole setup and everything. It was really neat to see all that.
So real quick, I wanted to say Thunderstick Homestead asked a question about, we were on the East Coast and how we got to Texas. If you go back, and I saw you were in the other chat over at My Wild Home, go back there, and they asked the same question. You get the whole story.
Yeah. It was God, though. God was the catalyst for moving here. That was it. Just, that's all we have to say. Jesus. He's always the answer. When my kids were little, we would ask questions in Bible class and stuff. And I'll never forget Caleb would just be like, Jesus. And I'm like, baby, the answer isn't always Jesus. And then, you know, you have a 5-year-old like, really, Mom? The answer is not always Jesus. And I'm like, okay, he's always the answer. But what I'm saying is I'm asking specifically about another person in the Bible. You can't just always answer Jesus, okay?
Sure you can.
No, not when it's directly talking about another person. Who's the guy that was peeping on a naked Bathsheba?
No, not
Jesus. It was David. You can't just answer Jesus. Who was the adulterer in the Bible? Not Jesus. Who was the drunkard in the Bible? Not Jesus. See? But he is always the answer to everything else. That's all it is.
He's the answer.
God, Jesus, Bible, Moses. Yeah, that's pretty much Caleb as a Bible kid, you know, as a church kid. Church kids have all the answers. They're just like, Jesus, God, went to heaven, died on the cross for our sins. I'm like, you can't just say that all the time. When they were so little, that's all they would do. They were like, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. That's the answer, right? And I'm like, that's not the answer. That's obviously the answer.
Well, yeah, like when you dig deep, that is like the answer behind it. And, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, he said, I'll check the rerun that I had when I had all the 2 lives going on. Not my favorite thing going on. Oh, yeah. Well, we basically came here because the Lord moved us here. That was pretty much it. But yeah, that was pretty much it. We used to live in Maryland. We lived there until I think we were 35 and 36 years old. That was our whole life. And then we just got up and left. God said, go.
He gone.
Yep. Time to go. But it was the best. And never would I ever do anything different.
Yeah, for sure.
Just keep doing the same exact thing because it was the best.
So yeah, so the visit was great. We had some great conversation. Had
good food.
The opportunity, yeah.
And I got a comfrey plant,
mm-hmm.
which I brought home, and my kitten promptly devoured like 3 of the plants.
Leaves, you mean?
Leaves, not the plants. The leaves. He ate 3 of the leaves. 3 of the leaves. I was losing my mind. I'm like, he's gonna die. This is probably dangerous. And he's going to die now. He's a kitten. He's a baby. He's the one that found us. Eric absolutely doesn't like him because he gets in everything, AKA my comfrey plant that is gorgeous and beautiful. So I had to bring it in here to keep it away from him because he's not allowed in the schoolroom. And then the next evening after he ate that plant, Sunday night, let my people go. Yeah, that's what he said. The next day though, Sunday day, I was wearing my, like one of my favoriteest shirts. It's my pronoun shirt that says my pronouns are I told you so. And then it says, you know, conspiracy. I identify as a conspiracy theorist. It was one of my favorite ones, right? Literally, what'd you say? I died at 36. I preferred what? I died at 36. I would have preferred moving. I didn't say I died. Did I say I died? We died at 36?
I don't know.
I didn't die. We moved. Maybe I died.
Real quick,
anyway.
I want to give a shout out to G Mama Grows Harden in the Garden.
Oh, ooh, I like the rest of your title. That's cool.
She's coming in.
Anyway,
hard.
So he ate this comfrey plant, and then he got diarrhea so bad the next day that he had diarrhea all over his stupid little paws, and I picked him up and he got diarrhea foot all over my shirt. And then he put a hole through my shirt because I was trying to dip him in the water.
You don't dip cats in water?
Well, I had to. I had to clean his little poop paws off from the stupid thing that he ate.
Sounds like a dumb cat.
I love my comfrey plant. I'm so excited, but now I'm like missing 3 leaves because he ate it. Thankfully, he's alive though. I heard it can actually mess with their liver. So then I was like, please, Lord, don't let him be sick.
Monica wanted to have like an all-night watch over him. I'm like, nah, he gonna
Wait,
live.
you died? Oh, Troy, we really need to have Troy back on our lives.
At least for a little bit.
He said that. At least he said he died.
He died for just a little bit.
You're laughing. Troy died.
Hey, he knows Jesus. He's all right.
Why are you? This is why we need to have Troy back on our show.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funny to hear.
I did. I got diarrhea foot on my shirt. It was like right there. He tore a hole in my shirt. I had to take it off. I had to like roll it up inside of itself so I wouldn't get diarrhea on my face. Because if you're pulling a shirt up over your face, all I could think of is it was just going to go right up my face. It would have been awful. So I had to like roll my shirt inside of itself, pulled it off. I threw it in the trash and I was so upset.
I like how Troy like actually quoted you on this and gave you credit for it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I have a quote from Troy that I'm going to use on something later.
Like on something like a t-shirt.
It's a really good quote though. It's not like bad quote. I should have found something naughty to make him quote, but I don't think he's.
Wait, what?
Oh no, he'll be okay. The plant will too. Thank you. Yes. The cat had its own bidet. You would have had to wipe his little. You're right. Well, he had such bad diarrhea, and then he put his stupid little paws in it, his little feet. And it wasn't his front feet, it was his back feet. So I'm holding him up by the scruff, and he's like, and he's doing that, and he's like trying to claw up me. And he took his little diarrhea foot and put it on my, oh my gosh, it was awful. And the whole time Eric's in the shower, and he's just like, what's going on? I'm like, the cat. Yeah, right. There it is. Somehow there's always poop talk. We live on a farm. Always poop.
There's poop everywhere.
Diarrhea foot on my shirt. Is that a t-shirt? That will not be a t-shirt. That will not be a t-shirt. Yeah, it's crazy. Ugh. Okay, well, real quick, before we go on anything else, we also need to talk about, there is a collaboration going on. It's called The Shindig. We are a part of it, and our video will go live in...
Wait, what's The Shindig? Oh, that's the...
Seriously?
Okay.
You can't ask me what something we're in if we're not...
Okay.
Our video will go live in like 2 Thursdays. But it's this whole month. Yeah, oh my gosh, come on, little cat paw prints and brown. Yeah, that's so awful.
It's so adorable.
No, he wasn't adorable. It was on both back paws. It was awful.
It's your cat.
And he was trying to like climb over my arm to try to get down. It would have been everywhere.
You don't belong in here.
Poop talk and birth talk is the life of a farmer. It's true. It's true.
Green Granny to Denise Paschal. Hello,
Miss Denise. Just a brown cat paw on a shirt, t-shirt, and maggot below it. Yeah, there you go. That's it. It's our life right there.
Yeah, you won't be complaining about a little maggot and you got dookie all over you.
I threw it away.
You threw your shirt away?
Yes, I did. It had a giant hole in it with cat poop on it.
Okay, not a giant hole. Stop acting like it was a leopard.
It was a big hole. Did you not see it?
Apparently not.
It was a bit like he put his whole foot almost, but he didn't put it through, thankfully.
Oh, come on.
No, he did. He tore it up. It was bad.
About like a cheetah.
I could not have healed it, like fixed it all up.
You couldn't have healed it?
I couldn't have fixed it up. Anyway, the Shindig, we're a part of it. Eric's going to make some food for the Shindig. It's a thing where if you like, we're going to a Shindig, if you're going to like a big cookout or whatever, what would you take? What would you eat? What would you bring? What would you, prepare to take with you? And so a bunch of people are in it. Make sure you go over there and look up hashtag the Shindig. It's got all kinds of recipes and all kinds of good stuff. I've been trying to check out their videos little by little, but there's a bunch of people in there. So you need to go check it out because it's good stuff over there. Good stuff.
So you transition from cat poop on paws over to Shindig.
Cookouts.
Got it.
Cookouts. Shindig. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say,
Oh,
Jen from Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, she made deviled eggs, but they were like little bitty deviled eggs because they were from her little they were from her little bantams.
Oh.
They're like little baby eggs. They're so cute. They're like bite-sized, like boop. She was putting her and Ember was like boop, just popping them in the mouth. I was like, that's the cutest thing ever. Yes, there you go. Christine, how are you? Miss Gillum Farms. She's a part of the Shindig. She did something for the Shindig already, I believe. So yeah, the Shindig. Shindig video drops this Saturday. There you go. Go check it out. A lot of people are on the Shindig. You need to go check it out. Bart Run Forward does not attend Shindigs, maybe Hootenanny. He's in for Hootenanny.
It's a Hootenanny.
Hootenanny.
What?
Hootenanny.
What is wrong with your lips?
I don't know. I always make deviled eggs with my bantam eggs. That's cute.
Really?
That's so cute.
That seems like a lot of work.
Cute little eggs.
Are they like bite size or something? How big are them things? Did she show?
Why would it be a lot of work? You don't ever make deviled eggs anyway.
Yeah, but you get more bang for your buck if you have like duck eggs or chicken eggs. That's what I'm getting at.
No,
you gotta have
sometimes maybe you have too much white to yolk ratio. I feel like that would be just the perfect amount of white.
Well, I've never
see One Day at a Time Farm said it's part of the shindig too.
But I've never seen a quail egg. The inside of it is it
a quail egg? You mean like a bantam egg?
I mean, a bantam egg I'm assuming it's still.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Roberta. Jen made the bantam deviled eggs for her video. Yeah, it's super cute. They were like little bite-sized baby little eggs. Boop, just popping them in. I mean, they weren't that tiny, but they were so cute. I loved them.
Can you check the
what
poll? I need to know what's going on with
okay, let's check the poll because we're getting ready to. Oh, Angela's in here. Hey, Angela.
Who's that?
Stop it. Angela's daughter's getting married next weekend.
What?
She's the mother of the bride.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
I know. I'm so excited for her. Well, she's getting married on the 25th, so it's not next weekend. It's like Monday. It's like a Monday.
It's a Monday wedding?
It's a Monday wedding. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so let's see our chat, live chat. Let's see. We've got our poll. Our poll says most of them are with me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We got 39 people that voted. Yes is only at 33%. And the rest of us, great people, smart people with amazing taste buds, say no. We're not pumpkin spice peeps. There you go. 67% say no.
I feel like you're throwing a lot of shade right now. I
am. Like the shade cloths I just took down off my garden. I'm throwing about 55% shade. And it works.
That was good. That was funny.
Thank you. That was funny for a second.
Yeah, you got it every now and again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. Well, it has been a long night. And I think that it's been a long week. And Eric has been working stupid hard. He just works really hard. It's just, there's been a lot going on this week. So we are going to end our live early tonight. I'm going to get ready for my class tomorrow for co-op. And we are going to roll out a little early so that maybe Night Owl Eric, which I just gave up all of his secrets over on My Wild Homes Live, how he doesn't believe in actually going to sleep before midnight. Maybe he will actually go to sleep before midnight tonight.
If I worked hard enough, I'll fall asleep.
There you go. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in here. I'm ending the poll officially. It's done.
You better not.
It was done. It's 67 and 33. That's it.
That's
done.
A shame.
Anyway, we love you guys so much. We really do. We appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out with us on Thursdays. We'll be back next week as usual. I was supposed to be traveling this coming weekend. I was going to go visit my mom in South Carolina. But I've decided to stay back this time. And sadly, I really don't want to stay back, but I think it's going to be for the best right now. So anyway, I'll be here. We'll be here on Thursday. So we will see you next Thursday for, therapy session. Like John and Sarah said, therapy Thursdays. We'll see you next week. We'll laugh. We'll talk. We'll probably talk about poop at some point, but we'll have a good time. So don't forget to come back here and have a good week, guys. Hey, what do you have to say? Anything?
Well, you get ready to say now. You going to try to put it back on me?
Go ahead, say it quick. We're losing people.
I was going to say, who likes Thursday nights and hanging out with your friends?
Farmers' wives do.
And farmers do too. Until
Thank
next
you guys.
Time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Not yet. We're about our new